Good morning, everyone. My name is Kevin, and today we're diving into one of the most talked about events currently dominating the news, the high stakes American election showdown between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Specifically, we'll be focusing on the policies of each candidate and how the recent September 10th debate has shifted public perceptions of this election. This wasn't just a typical political face-off, but rather a battle of two opposing visions for the future of not just America, but also global economies, including ours here in Canada. From immigration and social justice issues to the search for economic stability, this debate has heightened the crucial decisions voters are about to make. My colleague Aaron will now provide a brief introduction to our first candidate, Kamala Harris.
Good afternoon, everyone. Kamala Harris is the current Vice President of the United States, having made history as the first female Black and South Asian to hold the office. For Harris, the election is a pivotal moment to prove she can carry the torch for the Biden administration and advance the Democrats' vision of economic equality, social justice, and climate action. Her ability to appeal to a broad coalition, including minorities and working class voters, will be essential to her success. However, she must address key challenges, including persistent inflation and critiques of her immigration stance, which could deter modern voters. Her campaign will likely focus on demonstrating that the Biden administration's policies, such as infrastructure investments and job creation, have laid the groundwork for long-term economic recovery.
On the opposite side, Donald Trump is the 45th President of the United States and is also the current representative for the Republican Party in the 2024 presidential race. For Trump, the 2024 election represents a shot at political redemption and a chance to reinstate his America First agenda. His platform focuses on economic deregulation, cutting taxes, and tightening immigration policies, appealing to conservative voters who felt left behind by the current administration. These trade measures are a key part of his strategy to protect American jobs and industries, appealing to median voters despite ongoing legal challenges and his polarizing rhetoric. So, why does this impact us as Canadians? Well, Trump's 2024 campaign holds significant implications for Canada due to our close economic and political ties. Even though some might overlook this information, two-thirds of Canadian exports are purchased by the United States annually, and more than two-thirds of Canadians live within 100 kilometers of the US border. Canadian citizens, might I add, also frequently visit the US. Donald Trump's policies on deregulations, tariffs, and protectionism would definitely have an effect on Canadian industries like automotive and energy and agriculture, which heavily depend on US trade. His stance on immigration could also ignite discussions about Canada's own immigration policies, leading to shifts in public opinion or government approaches towards how Canada maintains open borders for workers or refugees. Additionally, a Republican win could change Canada's trading system, as the country may have to agree to the terms under the USMCA. This would reshape economic dynamics in North America and also potentially introduce new trade barriers.
Harris made the case for job creation, infrastructure investment, and a more inclusive society. These align with the government's role in providing stability in the market and redistributing wealth to the underprivileged. Her policies, such as progressive taxation and social programs, aim to address market failures by redistributing wealth to ensure greater economic equality. Additionally, her stance on immigration reflects a balancing act between ethical principles and political incentives as she adjusts her position to appeal to various voter bases. This approach mirrors ethical relativism, where the morality of action depends on context.
If we're talking numbers, Harris has supported the Biden administration's target of reducing U.S. greenhouse gases emissions by 50 to 52% below 2005 levels by 2030. Harris aims to correct these market failures by addressing negative externalities by promoting clean energy jobs, reducing unemployment, and increasing wealth through minimum wage. However, she must be wary of the law of unintended consequences, as inflation remains a pressing issue disproportionately affecting low-income families despite these strides in infrastructure and job creation.
Trump, on the other hand, emphasized reducing taxes and regulations, which he argues would improve economic efficiency and stimulate the private sector. His critics, however, highlight the potential for perverse incentives within his immigration and protectionist policies. For example, while restricting immigration might appeal to his base, it could inadvertently harm businesses dependent on immigration labor, leading to labor shortages and higher costs. Additionally, Trump's protectionist stance on China, including tariffs on $360 billion worth of imports, exemplifies imperfect competition aimed at safeguarding American industries, but risks creating inefficiencies in global trade. Whether you're on Team Kamala or Team Trump, we can all agree on one thing: vote.
By not voting, individuals face the opportunity cost of foregoing their chance to shape economic and social policies that directly affect them. This creates a negative externality where the absence of their vote leads to policy outcomes that may not reflect the broader population's preferences.
The opportunity cost of staying silent is too great, both for the future of North America and for economic prosperity.